What's up, everybody? I took a few days off. Whatever. Nobody's watching this shit anyway. But anyway, um, it just goes to show how quickly you can lose your motivation and drive. Like just doing the 75 hard shit. Got a little sick and dropped my shit off to. One day I didn't do nothing, and then ever since then I've only been doing one of my workouts. I ain't been eating right. I missed multiple days of reading. Ain't got my power list and shit, but like mental toughness and determination is something that's got to be forged in fire consistently every single day, for me at least. And I think it applies to a lot of other people too. But so don't be taking no breaks if you can physically do the shit, and you almost always can physically do the shit. So you got like your devil and your angel in your ear, or like Priscilla say, your bitch voice and your boss voice. Your bitch voice is, until you reach a certain level, I feel like it's the predominant voice in your head, and it is mine. It's always excuses and fucking you need rewards and you ain't got the time and this is stupid. You're not getting results anyway. Nobody's listening. Whatever, a million excuses. But like I think the main thing would be, and the flat out like how much you don't want to do it. But in order to achieve that shit, you need to, instead of focusing on the task, you need to focus on the desired results. Because without consistent monotony in the everyday grind of it, you won't get to the desired destination. If it's something that's worth attaining, you're not. It's not just gonna fall into your lap. You're not just gonna wake up one day and be viral or be a millionaire or have all your dreams come true or get that fucking mega job you want or abolish the state. Whatever you want to do, if it's worth obtaining, it's gonna require consistent effort. Anyway, with that shit being said, it's just got. I'm in the middle of listening to Mark Passio's latest episode of What on Earth is Happening, which is always great, by the way. Love the guy. He's practically solely responsible for snapping me out of my funk, like all the way out of the funk. And then when I fall back in, it's of no fault of my own. But the dude put the foundation out there and the groundwork and the whole fucking roadmap. And I suggest you check it out. Start with episode 1, work your way through, do the presentations. But anyway, he's talking about the great work and the pros and cons of not doing it and making a list of why, like, the great work would be like trying to tell people to the best of your knowledge what's fucked up with the world. And he said to start with the cons first. And I didn't even have to do it because he said, he's like, your list is going to look something like this. And it started with, I ain't smart enough. That's exactly what I said. I'm not articulate enough to do this stuff. Well, there's probably a lot of people out there like me that talk like me. Maybe they can understand it better coming from someone like myself instead of a guy like somebody that ain't like myself. Whatever. And then the next one was I don't have, the equipment and shit. And he's like, that's bullshit because you got this phone. That's exactly what I told myself at the beginning of January. I was like, I can fucking record a video and hit upload. It's a piece of cake. I do it. I'm doing it like 5 times a week now. Hopefully it goes somewhere. And it's just kind of popping my cherry, being in front of the camera, getting used to making the time to do the shit. Then the next one was like, I don't have the time, I think it was. And you got the time. Like, if there's something that you want to do, you got the time. Because I guarantee you, everybody around here got at least a couple hours to sit on their apps and do whatever it is their little vice is. It could be scrolling through Instagram, or it could be watching TV, or Super Bowl, whatever. You might have to give up some of that shit. I gotta find this time like when the baby's asleep. And instead of watching TV at night, I should be preparing shit to talk about That way my content would be a lot more thorough and better. But we'll get there. And then the last thing was like the fear of losing worldly material possessions or relationships. And I said all these in my head. Like, I'm scared of what other people think. I would hate to get in some type of trouble, you know, for talking shit. But whatever, I ain't fucking scared no more. And I ain't scared of losing nothing either because I'm not a materialistic person. You can you take all my shit, hang me up. I'm gonna keep running my mouth. I'm just gonna get better and better and better and better. And worst case scenario, I got practically a daily video diet. Anyway, with all that being said, I pulled some quotes from David Icke. Today's mighty oak is just yesterday's nut that held its ground. Shit, like all these people that are getting a lot of opposition for talking shit about exposing these agendas and stuff. True anarchists is being the most extreme sounding ones because people are so brainwashed that, you know, they can't envision a world without government and they don't even know what the word actually means. It just simply means without rulers. And meaning without, archon, meaning without rulers. It's not mean without rules. And it's in harmony with natural law, which is don't be stealing. It's all don't steal, but don't be no theft, no trespass, no rape, no murder, no assault, no I said that, no trespass, no lying, no coercion. It's simple. Who can't get behind that? Everybody can get behind that. Everybody is behind that. But the fucking problem is that you give passes to people that you see as that you've been indoctrinated to believe have some type of authority over you, which they absolutely don't. And by you granting and accepting them to have this type of power, you're fucking up the world for everybody. So you should stop. Just fucking stop. I mean, it'd be a long road. Like Max Egan said, we need a transition period. I agree. But I would throw the fucking switch right now if I could, and we just have to work it out. But I feel like, let's see, between 28 and 36 years, and the only thing you'd have to really do is hijack the education system and teach natural law and morality and objective morality, because morality is objective. It's not subjective. You can't change it at the will of a state line or a religion or whatever. Like, it's either fucking wrong or it's right. And we support, or y'all support, a bunch of shit that's wrong. So look into his shit. Another quote from David Icke. When we give our minds and responsibilities away, we give our lives away. If enough of us do it, we give the world away. And that is precisely what we have been doing throughout known human history. This is why the few always controlled the masses. It's absolutely true. And it's because you have given your mind away, because you believe this shit that I was just talking about, that these people got authority over you, that they can, you know, just write shit out on paper and say, oh, you got to give me 50% of your money for the greater good, when the greater part of humanity is suffering in order to fund the shit that is causing our suffering. And it's snowballing into this huge thing. It has been this huge, it's a juggernaut that seems impenetrable and unstoppable, but I can assure you that if you change your belief system and back that up with action, it could be stopped and would be stopped and will be stopped. So work on that. Another one is humanity is at a fork in the road, and we can no longer stand there staring at the map, pretending or pondering which direction to take. One road leads to a global fascist dictatorship that will control every aspect of our lives, including our thoughts. The other will open the door to freedom and potential on a scale never experienced in the world as we have known it. Hard one, isn't it? A choice between a prison and a paradise. And he's right, we are there. especially with all this new shit that's going on. Like it started back in 2000. Well, it started in the beginning of time, but they just inched it along. They've been inching it along for so long that you can't even realize that it was gone. I didn't even realize it was gone until I started waking the fuck up. And if you look back at when I was born, 1982, versus let's just say 2002, big difference. Big difference. I wonder how many, whatever, like the founding fathers to be are probably rolling over in their fucking graves. Because the shit that we put up with now is ridiculous. It's fucking ridiculous. Um, so yeah, natural law, true anarchism, no assault, no murder, no rape, no trespass, no coercion, and no lying. And I feel like I'm missing one. No murder. Let's talk about that for a second. There's a difference between murder and killing motherfuckers. Like a murder would be like the violation, like you just killed somebody that didn't deserve it and shit. But killing a motherfucker, like there's plenty of situations that you're well within your rights to kill somebody. Like for instance, if somebody was doing one of the 7 things that I just said to you, uh, they abdicate their natural rights and. In terms of like universal law, you were well within your rights to beat that back with whatever force necessary. Oh, we got a long way to go. Um, Listening to him today made me feel better because I was feeling kind of dumb for doing this shit. But he was like, if you got a cell phone, you can record that and upload it. And that's exactly what I'm doing. And like I said, it'll just get better and they'll get longer. The content's going to get better. And once he takes off, I'm going to buy that True Media class and learn how to do this shit for real. Put it in presentation style so I don't got to do fucking quotes off of sketch and notepad and shit, but I'm working with what I got and I'm doing what I got to do. So keep the law and the law shall keep you. Have a great day.